Welcome to the latest edition of Career Videos by the Knowledge Academy, where today's video will be the next in series for the project management interview questions. But before moving on to this session, if you like what you're about to see, consider subscribing to our YouTube channel and enabling that bell icon next to it so that you would never miss out on any of the informative content that we put out. So without further ado, let's take a look at the agenda for this video. In this video, we'll learn about interview questions that were asked by the interviewers to the technical project managers. So this video will mainly focus on technical questions asked in the interview. So let's not waste any more time. Interview questions and their respective solutions. Question 1. How would you describe a project plan? Answer. Answer the question to the best of your knowledge. Describe all the aspects of project plan and then finish an example of how you've implemented a project plan in the past. Question 2. Once you've delegated the responsibility, how do you go about monitoring it? Answer. Process is a particular way tasks are done to successfully complete a project. Process groups are a group of processes that take place at different stages of a project. There are 5 processes: group, initiation, planning, execution, monitoring, controlling, and closing. Question 3. What are the major types of risks that can be encountered in a project? Answer. Market risk, cost risk, schedule risk, performance risk, technology risks. Next question. Explain the concept of RAID in project management. Answer. RAID is a very important tool in project management. RAID stands for risks, actions, issues, and decisions. It is used to track all these things. You can also explain each of them in detail, like risks. Any event that could be detrimental to the project throughout its course can be considered a risk. Assumptions. Anything that the project team believes without proof is called an assumption. Issues. Anything that needs to be tended to is an issue. Finally, dependencies. Dependencies are the tasks that are related to each other. Some tasks need to be finished before the other ones can be started. Next question. What do you know about the triple constraint triangle of a project management? Answer. Triple constraint triangle is one of the most important concepts of project management. It is also referred to as iron triangle, the project management triangle, and the project triangle. There are 3 constraints involved in the concept, and the constraints are: A. The cost, project budget, or the financial constraint in a project. B. Scope. All these tasks need to be completed to reach the project goals. Finally, C. Time, the duration of completing a project. Next question. What is the difference between project monitoring and controlling? First, we'll talk about the project monitoring. Project monitoring. While monitoring a project, the project requirements and the project results are compared to identify any discrepancies. Now let's move on to the project controlling. During project control, options are identified to repair any damage and corrective actions are implemented. Both of these are crucial to keeping a project on track. They need to be included in the project management strategy. Question 7. What is EVM and its use? Answer. EVM, or Earned Value Management, is an approach to determine the discrepancies in the project so the team can predict and plan the corrective steps required for dealing with them. EVM uses a schedule along with a cost performance index to compute the cost variance. EVM helps in estimating costs and schedule. Next question. What are stakeholder analysis and power interest grid used for? Answer. Stakeholder analysis. Compiling a list of potential stakeholders with some involvement in the project is known as a stakeholder analysis. Whereas the power interest grid is used to classify stakeholders according to their influence and relevance. These two helps in determining the position of stakeholders in a project so different engagement strategies can be developed from different groups. Next question. What is the difference between program, project, and portfolio? Answer. Let's understand what is the main difference between them. we'll start with a program. It is a group of projects related to each other that are managed together. It lasts longer than a project temporarily. High-level plans will be backed by detailed plans, and the wide scope changes over time based on requirements from clients. Now let's move to project. It is a process that produces a specific product or solution, properly defined beginning and end temporary. Project-level plans would be focused on delivery, and narrow scope cannot be changed. At last, portfolio. It is a group of operations and projects that are managed under one umbrella for strategical purposes. Keeps changing but is aligned with the strategic plans which are permanent. Ongoing processes. It prioritizes and aligns to achieve strategic objectives. And finally, the widest scope according to the strategy of the organization. Next question. Explain Ishikawa or the Fishbone diagrams. Answer. An Ishikawa diagram is a visualization tool used for categorizing potential problems to identify their root causes. It was invented by Dr. Kaoru Ishikawa, a Japanese expert in quality control. It is also known as a Fishbone diagram. It was invented with the intention of aiding employees to avoid solutions that just addresses the symptoms instead of identifying the cause. Next question. What is work breakdown structure or the WBD? Answer. The WBD or the work breakdown structure helps identify the important work activities and various sub-activities of a project. It follows a hierarchical structure that could be either top-down or bottom-up. The important activities are split into sub-activities and listed under their parent activities. Next question. What is Pareto principle analysis? Answer. Pareto principle analysis is also known as the 80-20 rule. It states that the 80% of the outcomes or results spring from 20% of actions and activities of yours. This helps the team prioritize work according to how significant it is rather than its urgency. Next question. What is project management lifecycle? Answer. The project management lifecycle is a series of activities important for achieving project goals. It helps task to logical steps. It has 4 phases. A. Initiation. The first stage in the life cycle, this is where the scope of the project is defined. B. Planning. It is in this stage that the time, cost, and the resources are planned out. Estimations are also drawn out for the amount of work needed and the risk management. Executing. This stage is all about achieving project goals. It includes tracking, reviewing, and regulating the project performances. And finally, closure. At this stage, all project tasks are finalized to work towards the finishing the project. Next question. What do you know about the 6 thinking hats principle? Answer. The 6 thinking hats principle is a technique that helps you make better decisions by looking at a problem in 6 different ways. This way, your team gains a lot of perspective. Each hat represents a different perspective. Blue hat, or the conductor's hat. The blue hat is about controlling the way you think or manage the decision-making process. The person with the blue hat reviews summaries and comes up with a conclusion. The green hat, or the creative hat. The person with the green hat comes up with novel ideas that help solve the problem and increase productivity. Red hat, or the hat for the heart. Red hat is about instincts and feelings. The person with a red hat has to express their feelings without having to justify them logically. The yellow hat, or the optimist's hat. The yellow hat is about optimism. The person with the yellow hat looks at things in a positive light. Black hat, or the judge's hat. The black hat is about being cautious. The person with the black hat identifies mistakes. They are judgmental and think about everything that could go wrong. Finally, the white hat, or the factual hat. The white hat is about gathering facts. The person with the white hat discusses information from every angle possible. Next question. What is project management? Answer. This being a basic question, Project management helps achieve project goals through various methods, processes, skills, experiences, and knowledge. The project management delivers an output at the end of the project timeline and goes through various predefined stages. Tell me about yourself. Answer. This is usually the opener in most interviews. You can use this time to sell yourself as a skilled project manager. You can talk about your experiences from past that are relevant to the job, tell them about what you work and what you want to do, why you're interested, and how your goals align with your company. Tell us about some of the proactive decisions you've taken in your previous projects and your life. Answer. A project manager has to take initiatives, and the interviewer wants to see that you have that quality. Tell them about the instances in the previous projects where you've had to make proactive decisions. You can also talk about instances from your personal life as well. Has a tough decision ever backfired on you? Answer. This question needs to be answered with honesty. The interviewer wants to see how honest are you, and the best way to do that is to make you talk about your failures. You need to talk about your setbacks and how you handle them. Setbacks are part of life, and it's okay if you have to face them. Tell them that what you learned from these setbacks and how you've implemented those lessons. Finally, describe your experience in this industry. Answer. You need to do some research before you go for the interview. Research on the industry the company belongs to and identify the issues. Tell them about whatever experiences you have in the industry and convince them on why you want to work in it. Finally, explain what you've learned about it and the things you can do. That's it for this video. Thank you for watching.